Bulgaria is it's a pretty old country. It's been around for a long time. I want to say around 1000 AD, maybe a little bit before that. Some semblance of Bulgaria, not the same Bulgaria that we see today, but so it's a fairly old country with a lot of history behind it. And I guess kind of the major things is they were kind of their own country for a while in the surrounding areas. And then around the 1300s is when the Ottoman Empire and the Turks came over, and they took over and kind of enslaved Bulgarians for 500 years. And if you go to Bulgaria, the Bulgarians will talk about this all the time. They'll talk about the 500 years that we were under Turkish bondage, and so they're still really bitter against the Turks for that. But that comes up quite a bit, and so they were under Turkish bondage until about 1890-ish, and then the Russians kind of helped free them, and they were their own country for a while. And then after World War II, they kind of became part of the Soviet bloc and were a communist country up until 89, 90. And now they're their own kind of government, democratic government, trying to make their way. They just got into the EU not too long ago, so they're making their way. They're still a poorer country by EU standards, but they're making strides. So I mean, their history is something they take a lot of pride in, and they'll talk a fair amount about that when you're over there. Especially, like I mentioned, about the Turkish bondage. They bring that up all the time. So yeah, it's a rich historical country.